Hello kids, let's start with our math subject practice set 55 of chapter 15 statistic. Here's the first question. The height of 30 children in a class is given in centimeters. Draw up a frequency table of the data 131, 135, 140, 138 and so on. The number is given to you. Now how to find out and what are we supposed to do? Let us see the solution. Now in the solution how and what you will be doing? First you have to write down the minimum and maximum heights what it is. So you have to go through the numbers. The minimum is what? 131 and what is the maximum? 140. So you will be writing the minimum and maximum height are 131 centimeter and 140 centimeter respectively. Now in the frequency table you have to draw three columns. Height in centimeter, tally marks and the frequency. Now in height you have to start from 131 and you have to end till 140. That is 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139 and 40. Now in the data given to you, you have to see that 131 is repeated how many times? It is repeated 3 times. For your tally marks, you will draw 3 lines and in the frequency, you will write down the number. The next number is 132. Again in your data given, you have to search out that 132 given is how many times it has been repeated. 132 is also repeated 3 times. So in the tally marks, you will draw 3 lines and in the frequency, you will write down the number. Now let's go with the next number 133. Now you have to see that 133 is given in the data how many times? It is given 5 times. So for that in the frequency, you will write down the number 5 and for tally marks you will draw 4 lines and the 5th line you have to put a cross mark on all the 4 lines. That is what? 5. In this manner you have to go through with all the numbers how many times it has been repeated and you have to write down the tally as well as the frequency. When you will complete writing all the numbers, in the frequency, whatever numbers it has been written, you have to add all the numbers. That is total frequency n is equal to 30. Now this 30 you have to write down at the last. And if you are not sure about the answer what is given, this 30 you have to see that how many data is given. If the data is 30 and if it matches, that means your answer is right. Data means 131, 135, 140, whatever is given. If those are 30 numbers and this is also 30, that means the answer is right. Let's go with the second question. In a certain colony, there are 50 families. The number of people in every family is given below. Draw up the frequency table. Now the number is given 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3 and so on. So you have to see which are the numbers. The numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again, for the frequency table, you have to draw 3 columns. The first will be number of members. In the second column, tally marks. And in the third one, you have to write down frequency. Let's begin with the number 1. Now 1, how many times it has been repeated in the data given? Only 1. So you will draw 1 tally mark and in the frequency, you will write down 1. Now let us see 2. How many times the 2 has been repeated? It has been repeated 13 times. So you will write down 5, 5 and 3. That means for tally marks you will write down, first you will draw 4 lines, then you will cross, that is 5, then again 5 and then 3. And in frequency you will be writing 13. Then for 3, the same thing. How many times it has been repeated? 16. So in the frequency you will write down 16 and for tally marks 5, 5, 5. That is 15 and 1. So it will be 16. 4. How many times the 4 has been given in the data? 13. In the frequency, you will write down 13. And for your tally marks, first you will write down 5, 5. That is, you will draw the lines, you will put across 2 times, 5, 5, 10. And then you will draw 3 lines, that is 13. Now next comes the number 5. How many times the 5 has been repeated in the data? 7. So you will write down 7 in the frequency. And then in the tally marks, you will draw 4 lines, put across, that is 5. And 2 lines, that is total 7. So when you will add 1 plus 13 plus 16 plus 13 plus 7, the total frequency n is equal to 50. And if you want, you can tally it with the data given. If the numbers are 50, that means exactly what you have written, your answer is right.